So first practice is learning how to regulate yourself. I know that that's a big thing, but really, again, learning yourself, learning your nervous system, and learning how you show up. That is one of the first steps that we can begin to take, because again, the more we create awareness around how we're showing up, it's going to be easier for us to change it. So, in moments of, like extreme stress, instead of snapping, what we can try to do is maybe like stepping outside really quick. Or a quick tip that I give to my clients is running our hands under ice cold water, you know, trying to just regulate ourselves in the moment. That is a good first step. So, again, like I said, this is uncharted waters. This is new navigation and new territory for us. So, there's going to be mistakes. There's going to be bumps in the road, and that's okay. The point is we keep practicing. So if we know, okay, when I get home from work and my kids are screaming, I am someone that typically starts yelling or I start rage cleaning. Maybe today or maybe next time you get home from work, instead of immediately going in, maybe take 5 minutes in the car, play a nice, good song, or do some deep breathing. Try to regulate yourself in whatever way works for you. Okay? Because again, when we can start to model these behaviors to our kids are going to be able to see, like, oh, again, mom can have a bad day and afterwards she's going to be fine. She's going to be okay. So the first step really is it begins with us, and really just trying to be aware of how we show up. Be aware of, okay, when I'm feeling mad, do I isolate? Or when I'm feeling mad, am I directing my anger at everyone? You know, get curious with yourself. And second one is really, again, trying to just approach things from a place of curiosity. I like these two steps because I feel like both of them, or I feel like at least with the curiosity one, it's kind of an easy way in. So the next time your kid comes home screaming or is just showing some type of big behavior, instead of immediately going to discipline or immediately being like, hey, what are you doing? Try to approach them and be like, hey, talk to mom, talk to dad. What do you need right now? What's going on with you? Like, do you need a hug? Are you hungry? And those are typically the responses that I use with like toddlers or younger children. When it comes to teenagers, same thing. Teenagers might be hard because a lot of time our teens don't want to talk to us, and that's okay. Don't push it, you know, but let them know, hey, do you need anything? Do you want to talk, or is something going on? Because again, what that is creating, it's creating that emotional safety. It's teaching them, oh, it's okay for me to have these feelings, and mom and dad are there to talk with me about it if I want it, you know? And with me having my experience with teens, I say don't push it because again, teens, you need to gain their trust. They need to feel safe with you. They need to feel that you are not going to judge them, that you are not going to shame them or embarrass them for what they are feeling. And it might be a slow start, but the more that you show up for your kid, the more that you show them, like, hey, it's okay to have these feelings. I'm just here whenever you need me or for whatever you need. Again, it teaches them over time, like, okay, maybe I can talk to mom. Or even if it's not to us, it's at least encouraging the idea for them to open up to someone safe, because we would rather have our children be able to have safe people in their lives and talk about their things versus feeling like they have to suffer in silence, and honestly, I will say that some of my parents have struggled with that one, in the sense of maybe they might not be the safe parent that their kiddo needs right then. And that's okay. What we're going to work on is, again, creating that bridge, letting them know, hey, it's okay to have these feelings. And if you ever want it, I'm here. My biggest thing is curiosity, curiosity, curiosity. Because I'll be completely honest with all of you, I have not had a client that has not worked with. I have not had a client who has been combative to that. You know, I've had clients be like, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, cool. Let's redirect. You know, but when I've approached my clients, or when I've approached situations from a place of curiosity and asking questions rather than like just statements or naming things or blaming things, again, people tend to be more open and more receptive to what you have to say versus automatically putting that guard and wall up.